Sidechaining. Are you doing this properly or not? Today we're gonna find out. Basically, if you listen closely to the kicks in some songs, you can hear that each kick sounds differently. And the reason why some of the kicks are more punchy, some of the kicks have more high end, some of the kicks are like more muddy, more dark, more bright. The thing is that each kick is a little bit different. It loses punch. And this is, I think, a sidechaining issue. And the reason why this is happening is because people are using sidechain compression, which is turning the volume of the whatever it is sidechaining of the track down immediately. There's obviously a little bit of the delay, because if you would just immediately cut the volume, it would result in a unpleasant bright click because of the zero crossing cut. Not zero crossing cut. The thing is that if you have a sound going like this is a sound wave, imagine this sound wave, and you cut immediately something. If you put a sidechain here, the sound cuts, but because the sidechain is a little bit late, there's a little click left. So I'm gonna present you this right now. I'm gonna play this track, also resampling this without drums being audible, but the sidechain is turned on. Okay, so if we zoom in, we're gonna get this. So this is a place where the sidechain is happening, and at the same time here, let's listen. We have a kick here, so I'm gonna show you the shape of the sidechain. It has to be a little bit delayed here. It's not like completely to the left, it's a little bit to the right, so just to prevent from the zero crossing clicking. And what's happening here is, as you can see, there's a little bit sound left from the this music group that's being sidechained. And if you listen to this sound, it's a little click, and in different spots this click is gonna sound differently. Like here's a little bit bigger. If we take a look at EQ, we get this sort of click. We get something here again, and so on. And what's happening is that if you layer this click with a kick, or most of the time snare sounds good, but there's a problem with kick. If you layer this sound, this little click with a kick, it's gonna result in like a loss in punchiness, because maybe the sounds are phasing and you lose frequency from the kick, maybe, not sure, but basically like layering this small transient is making the kick sound just bad. There's a little bit of loss in punchiness and in clarity. I feel like this kick is losing some punchiness, I think. So I'm gonna just... It sounds much better. So what I did is that I have a drums group. I am sending the as an input here, as an input to the sidechain MIDI track. I'm sending the drum rack external instrument that is being set to only trigger the kick and snare. It may be a little bit complex at the beginning, but you don't need to do this. It's just the preference thing. So basically, the sidechain trigger is a MIDI track that is being sent to the music group here and to the LFO tool. And you can place MIDI notes here, and they'll trigger the sidechain whenever you want them to trigger the sidechain. That's it, basically. So if you're using Ableton, I don't know if this is possible in other DAWs, but if you use Ableton, you just click this D icon and the delay bar will open. So if you have this sidechain trigger, you can basically put this like I found -7 to -10 sweet spot. So now the sidechain is being played a little bit earlier, the initial kick and snare hit. So when the sidechain hits, there's no volume, there's completely zero volume, so the kick and the snare can hit with 100% punchiness. There's nothing else playing in that moment. Let's record this. And let's take a look at what the waveform looks like. The waveform of the song is being pushed a little bit to the back. And when the kick hits, it's here. Nothing. It's empty. I'm pushing the volume plus 24 decibels and there's nothing here. So it just creates a lot of room for a kick and snare, so it can hit as clean and as hard as it can. That's it. And if you do this, man, your kicks will gonna sound, each one is gonna sound the same, and each one will sound as clean as it sounds in solo, because there's nothing else playing while the kick is playing. If you want your kicks to sound really punchy, this is a really important thing to do. So, that may be a little bit complex at the beginning, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will answer them, and thanks for watching. If you need sounds, oversample.us, I have a lot of cool sounds presets. Premium and free, so make sure to check them out. And, well, sidechain the subscribe button. It's free. See you in the next one.